What's up, YouTube? This is Too Raw for TV. So, once again, the Veterans Committee for Major League Baseball fucked it up, man. They fucked it up, and he didn't get into the Hall of Fame, man. I don't understand it. I don't get it. He should have been in the Hall of Fame years ago when he was still alive. He should have been in the Hall of Fame at least 20 years ago. But these idiots, they don't, what I'm starting to understand about some of these voters, some of these so-called experts, is they don't really know what the fuck they're talking about, man. Some of these people who really get paid to look at sports don't know what the fuck they're looking at. I know what it is. They're looking at his totals and they're not really impressed by them. Not taking into account the era that he played in. I mean, he only had 1,100 RBI. I mean, that's not really all that impressive. Motherfucker, he played in the 70s. Well, nobody knocking in 140, 150 RBI in the 70s. 100 was standard. 100 was a good season. If you had 27 home runs and 100 RBI, you had an all-star season. Now that's like pedestrian numbers. But these motherfuckers don't know that. I mean, I look at the people that they voted in, man. I mean, I can't knock him. Jim Cate had a good career. You know what I'm saying? They voted in, who else they voted in? They voted in Tony Oliva, Minnie Minoso. I mean, good player. You know, the one guy they voted in, that I'm like, come on, man. I mean, Buck O'Neill. I could go somewhere with that man, but I'm not gonna do it. I'm not gonna do it. But well, fuck it, I am gonna do it. You know, Dick Allen. I'm gonna go there with this. Dick Allen was never popular with the press anyway, because he was honest about how he saw the world. Okay, Buck O'Neill was a good player, but Hall of Famer. I mean, are you putting Buck O'Neill in the Hall of Fame because he played in Negro leagues, or because he played in Negro leagues and he made you feel good about certain shit? Is that why you put him in the Hall of Fame? And are you punishing Dick Allen because he was Reggie Jackson before it was popular, and he called out racism, he called out a lot of bullshit? Because the numbers are there. Despite all the injuries, he still hit 350 home runs, was regarded as the premier power hitter of his generation, hit for a good average, Rookie of the Year, MVP award, 7-time All Star. I'm trying to figure out why he's not being elected. And then for both times to be so close, 11 votes when you need 12. And they're not going to meet again, I believe, until 2024. Yeah, 2024. I believe it's 2024. So the earliest possible date for him to be in the hall is 3 years from now. And why do I care so much? Because I don't like seeing these guys get screwed, man. A lot of the times, I've noticed a pattern with some of these players. They get screwed by the media because they were not media friendly. And, I think they use other things as excuses. We saw how they humiliated Terrell Owens by not making him first ballot in the NFL. We see what they're doing to Barry Bonds. I think that this year, I think Barry Bonds is going to fail to get that 75%. So the only way he will get in is if he's lucky, like Dick Allen, they'll vote him in the Veterans Committee. That's going to be no time soon. So he may never get in his lifetime. Pete Rose is trying to get reinstated. He's trying to get off the ineligible list so he can get voted by the Veterans Committee. So it makes no sense. You got guys. The Hall of Fame for Major League Baseball is a disgrace, man. It's a joke. I'm sorry. I'm not trying to be disrespectful to Buck O'Neil, but when you put Buck O'Neil in the Hall of Fame, but you don't have Roger Clemens, you don't have Barry Bonds, you don't have Pete Rose, and that you don't have Dick Allen, you don't have these guys in the Hall of Fame. Now the other ones, okay, you suspect they use steroids. Okay, he supposedly gambled, bet on his team or whatever, right? For Pete Rose, which I mean, it's against the rules, but when you look at the grand scheme of things, I mean, do people really give a fuck about that? No. And with Dick Allen, I mean, what is it? He was too militant. I don't know, man. I think a lot of younger voters they think of him like maybe they put him in the same category as like a Cecil Fielder or a Greg Lazinski or something. And Dick Allen was a much better overall hitter than that. Uh, Not to disrespect Cecil Fielder, but dude was a freak, man. Dude was a freak of nature, man. He was a unbelievable athlete, man. Unbelievable athlete that could have excelled in basketball had he went that way. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't like this dude was a huge guy. When he played, he was 5'10" and a half. All right. You know, between 185 and 190, but can hit the ball 500 plus feet. Most of those guys that you think of, they're like Mark McGwire, Barry Bonds, these big dudes. This dude was the smallest guy out there, could hit the ball a fucking mile. And he hit for average. And before injuries took a toll on him, he was at least a three-tool player, approaching four-tool. And even when he was breaking down with injuries, he still won an MVP award with the Chicago White Sox. He had 40 home runs one year, which in that era is like hitting damn near 60. So it is what it is, man. They screwed Dick Allen again. They screwed him again. But hopefully, he'll get in soon. Hopefully he'll get in soon.